I learned early on, being the 12th child of 12 children, I would never be an adult. My parents and I, we lived in Louisiana, and all my siblings in tropical Louisiana. And we ate Cajun Creole foods. All of us learned to cook those foods, except I was never allowed to cook on my own because I was the baby. So at age 16, I wanted to decide where I wanted to go to college, which I wanted to go to Grambling, which was an hour and a half away from my home. And my dad said, absolutely not. You can go to the college that's 14 minutes away. And I'm like, but I don't want to go to there. And my siblings had already decided, without my knowledge, that they wanted me to go to a college where they were. Two of my siblings, one here in Washington, D.C. at Howard University, another one at San Diego State in California. And my uncle in Wisconsin had signed me up for a secretarial school in Wisconsin, of all places. Well, in my mind, in my 16-year-old mind, I was about to turn 17, I remembered that an Army recruiter had came to my school, my high school. So I called him and said, sir, I want to join the Army. And he said I could not without a parent's approval. So I had to think about that. Mom, please, can you sign me up with the parental approval? And my mom was like, I've never done anything without your dad's knowledge. Nothing. I've never done anything. I said, well, you could tell him, but let's not tell him until we get me in. So on the day of my departure, my mom, my dad, my boyfriend, and my best friend all stood outside the bus terminal, waving, crying, looking at me, waving. It was like a scene from a movie, really, waving and saying bye. I was so excited to be leaving, thinking, okay, now I'm gonna be an adult, finally. But I went to Germany. In Germany, I went to Ramstein, Germany. It was snowing. I had never seen snow before, coming from tropical Louisiana. Had never seen snow before. Get there, and we had to go to what they call one-stop processing. You had to get up every day at 9, 12, and 3 o'clock to stand in formation in full dress uniform. The uniforms consisted of thin clothing, pants, shirt, jacket, a beret hat. Now this was the 80s, people. And we would have to go out and stand in the snow. Okay, I knew I still wasn't a real adult because I told them, kept insisting, you cannot have us continually go out here in this snow. It's not conducive to what we have on. And they didn't call me baby, but I was just a no authority baby. And then I did this for 2 days and I got pneumonia. What luck. Whoever think luck getting pneumonia. I got pneumonia, had to be sent to the hospital. I got assigned to that hospital. Oh, it was January. February was coming up, Mardi Gras. I asked my leadership, can we celebrate Mardi Gras? They was like, Mardi Gras? I was like, yeah, can we celebrate Mardi Gras with some Creole Cajun food? And they were like, okay, if you can cook it. Now I can only cook 2 things really good, which was gumbo and jambalaya. So I called my mother and I asked her to send in the ingredients. She did. It was a $50 phone call from Germany back then, but I did it. And my mom sent in it, and I was able to create food for that one time. And the entire time I stayed in Germany, we celebrated Mardi Gras. Well, then I returned back to the States, and I was stationed at the Pentagon. Met a guy in the Pentagon from Louisiana who introduced me to other Louisiana people, and we would meet up and we would eat Creole Cajun food, what I was brought up as a baby as. So I'm still a baby because I'm not really an adult yet, even though I know I'm in my 20s now. And we would meet up, and then other Louisiana people started coming because of Hurricane Katrina. It brought lots of people here. And we decided to create a group called the Louisiana Network of Washington, D.C., where we meet up and we have all kinds of occasions for anything, just to eat really. But we would meet up and we would have these occasions. And I got to a leadership position there. And I said, oh, I am finally growing up because people are listening to me. They're eating my food. I don't have anyone to, be beside me while I'm cooking. And I'm thinking, well, still not quite yet. And then I created a cookbook called Spicy Cajun Cookbook. And I was supposed to bring it here with me tonight. But dementia is sitting in. So I know I am an adult. I didn't bring it.